All right, this guy just has the look. He can stare you down without raising his hand. But if you do get on Robert Davi's bad side, let's just say you don't wake up the next day. The movie Bad Guy is actually a very nice guy, and he is just back from Sicily, where they celebrated you like a hometown hero.
I felt like the Pope. I mean, it was amazing. There was
that would be news to the Pope.
I know. I mean,
far away.
A little Pope.
Yeah.
No, my father's family came from Torretta, which was outside of Palermo.
Absolutely.
And I just had the most amazing welcoming and homecoming from
the hometown kid made good.
Yeah,
man.
yeah. It was the marching band and the children, and I was so emotional, Neil. It was just really an incredible
Robert Davi
experience.
gets emotional?
Yes, quite often I do. As you know, I sing, so I'm a romantic.
I know, and a very good singer at that. But you're also known in this country, around the world, for your movies as a tough guy. And I was thinking of you, Robert, ahead of the debate tonight. There are going to be a lot of guys that are going to try to stand out and be the tallest, meanest guy in the bunch. You know, don't mess with me. Donald Trump has that reputation right now. What do you think?
I'm excited about the debate. I mean, I've been talking to people. You know, when Trump first announced, and I don't know who I'm going to back totally yet, but when he first announced, I wrote an article in Breitbart talking about what everyone then wound up talking about afterwards. At first, everyone was skeptical of him.
Right.
Then they realized, because I said he hit a nerve. He didn't have the poetry of Reagan, but he had the message of Reagan. He had the confidence of Reagan, of making America great again. And that message resonates. I've just been in Europe many times, you know, Latvia, Sweden, Budapest, and I try to pick the brains of people and what they feel about America. And America isn't as respected as it was. They want a strong America. They need a strong America.
It's interesting what you say about people in the mainstream media is guilty of this as well, Robert. They look at him and all the flamboyance and mistake the messenger, that is Donald Trump, and all his eccentricities and bravado, and not the message. There's a message that's hitting home with people, right?
There's a big message. There's a resonance, and resonating with youth and with the women. So.
But is he almost too much of a tough guy, a simplistic guy? Does he have to get,
We need something. Look, you're talking to me that played a lot of,
but you also have a lot of finesse. You're not just, hammering people.
No, but
killing them.
No, you can't just do that. You know what I mean? I'm a romance. I'll be doing Sinatra on Saturday night at Eisenhower Park.
Sing.
Yeah.
I don't know if Trump sings.
No, but I think, we're tired also, Neil, of the ambiguity of politicians.
Yes.
We're tired of that. We're tired of, I've written again about, in different articles, hit immigration 6-7 years ago. Get in front, the GOP, of immigration. They don't know how to send a message. What Trump is being able to do is put the message in a popular way, as crude or as unpoetic as it may seem. There's something resonating by that message, and the GOP, they don't resonate as deeply as you might want them to.
But is he too crude himself and simplistic? People are going to call him out. Mexico's got to build a wall, and furthermore, the Mexicans are going to do it. A lot of
Reagan,
less in-your-face Republicans say, "Well, you're alienating."
I remember a guy named Ronald Reagan who had an idea about building a Star Wars defense system, and they laughed at him.
So
and
you
the Iron Dome is in
this guy is very similar to Ronald Reagan. I do remember the media portraying him as a fool, and he wasn't going anywhere. You're right about that.
Reagan did that, I mean, it's much like what they did with, look, at 1994, and we're on the eve. This is the 200th anniversary, what is it, since World War II.
Right.
The ending
70
of World War II.
years today.
70 years today. And our country and what we've lost, I was at the Armory Museum that they have in Long Island. I was so moved by what they were saying there. And the Iran deal, for instance. Making an Iran deal. We're on the eve of the 70th anniversary of World War II, and we haven't learned the lessons from that. Korea in '94, North Korea, we had the same thing. They have the atom bomb today. The same dialogue was happening in 1994 with Korea, as we're having discussions with.
What did you think of this president using American University, that venue, JFK, using him to make the statement, a deal, and trying to, go with nuclear proliferation? And try to rein it in is a good thing?
Well,
do you think he's like JFK?
This president?
Yeah.
Look, JFK had 2 years, so you can't really say what was going to happen. I mean, JFK.
But he did a lot. He did a lot.
He did a lot in 2 years, but JFK would never have stopped funding NASA. The imagination of the American people and giving us a country great, that's another big problem. So, no, he's not like JFK.
So you like a Trump who comes in there and others have to do, but he's going to up their game, right?
He's going to up their game.
Okay.
Let's see. I mean, I don't know until the debates who's going to. There's several guys that I like and I respect.
But you don't strike me as a guy who gravitates to dull, or people who are not invoking passion, right?
I want that passion. I want somebody that's going to grab America and look at. There's a lot of people from the third worlds here. They're used to a certain kind of machismo in their leadership.
Right.
So they vote a certain way.
You're right about that.
So eventually, even Trump's message, they will say he's a strong leader. We may not agree 100%, but we believe he can lead us in a certain way. That needs to be, the rest of the GOP field have to have that kind of passion and spontaneity, so they don't look like they're making, the next political announcement, the cautious speaking that they do.
Yeah, there's a lot of caution around. I'm just thinking of what you would be like in the audience if the candidates were watching. They'd be like, humana. Robert Davi, thank you. Congratulations on all this notoriety.
Saturday night, I know you don't live in the area, but on Long Island, Eisenhower Park, the 100th anniversary celebration for Sinatra that we're doing, the biggest celebration. Ed Mangano.
Wow.
We're doing that with 30-piece orchestra, and,
You might have a future in this business. Stick with it. Keep sticking with it.
Oh, it's doing good.
Yeah,
it's doing good.
It's doing very well.
Thank you.
All right, nice guy, but even though he plays a mean guy, hell of a voice, and if you don't agree with him, he will kill you.